So Sony officially bent the knee. They have backtracked some statements and some policies that they were going to put in place that a lot of people wasn't feeling. And I want to talk about it. But before we get on with the video, definitely hit that like button if you guys enjoyed the video. You can always subscribe to the channel for weekly content. And don't forget to go over there on Twitter and follow me at LordAddictIOP. Without any further ado, let's talk about PlayStation. What's going on, you guys? Gaming out here, coming at you for another video. Today, obviously, we're going to be talking about PlayStation. PlayStation's in the news again, finally. For the most part, for the past couple weeks, we've been getting nothing but bad publicity from PlayStation. But this is good news. This is great news. PlayStation has reversed the policy that they were going to put in place where they were going to shut down the PlayStation 3 servers, the PlayStation Vita servers, and the PlayStation PSP. Now, from my understanding, the PSP store will still go down, but at the end of the day, I don't really blame them too much for that as long as they keep the Vita and the PS3 stores up and running. Now, I've always been one of those people that I'm always for the gamer. I'm always going to be, the gamer comes first and then businesses that take our money come second. And I wasn't feeling this. And one of the biggest reasons I wasn't feeling this is because they were still selling dev kits for the PS Vita. And it felt like that was dirty. And I really wanted them to reverse this. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Part of me didn't think they would reverse a statement like this and reverse practices like this because it does cost them money, and I did feel like maybe they weren't getting enough money to justify keeping the stores around. But PlayStation and Sony surprised me. I'm gonna have to tip my hat off to them. They came out with this statement. Let's go ahead and read it. Recently, we notified players that the PlayStation stores for PS3 and Vita devices were planning to end this summer. Until further reflection, however, it's clear that we made the wrong decision here. So today, I'm happy to say that we will be keeping the PlayStation Store operational for the PS3 and the PS Vita devices. PSP fundamentally will retire July the 2nd, 2021 as planned. Like I said, I don't really blame them for the PSP. A lot of the PSP games work on the Vita. To my understanding, all of them should work on the Vita. I didn't really have a Vita too long, but I definitely understand why they're shutting the PSP servers down. And that's completely understandable, and I don't really blame them for that. When we initially came to the decision to end purchasing support for PS3 and PS Vita, it was born out of the number of factors including commenced support challenges for older devices and the ability for us to focus more on our resources on newer devices where a majority of our games are playing on. We see now that many of you are incredibly passionate about being able to purchase games, classic games on the PS3 and Vita games for the foreseeable future. So I'm glad we are able to find a solution to continue operations. I'm glad that we can keep this piece of our history alive for gamers to enjoy while we continue to create cutting-edge new games worlds for the PS4, PS5, and the next generation of VR. Thank you for sharing your feedback with us. We're always listening and appreciate the support for our PlayStation community. Now let's go ahead and break a couple things down that's in this art. First thing, I think it's kind of interesting they had the PS4 in that last section talking about cutting-edge new games worlds for the PS4 and PS5. That makes me feel like God of War is going to be a PS4 game. I know a lot of people don't agree with that and they don't want that to happen. And you know, to be honest with you guys, I don't want that to happen. But I do feel like since they put this in there and they took the detail to mention the PS4, we're gonna see a lot of cross-play and cross-generation games coming out of Sony. And you know, that's fine for the most part. I do feel like games would be better if they made them just for the PS5, but we gotta be realistic here. God of War was most likely made on the PlayStation 4 and it's being ported to the PS5. So unless they went and restarted that whole process, you're not going to see a huge advantage by just using PS5. And same with Horizon Zero Dawn. I would say, you know, within 2, maybe 3 years, we'll start seeing nothing but PlayStation 5 games. And that's a very exciting thing. Another thing that's interesting on here, they brought up the VR. PlayStation has continued to support PlayStation VR. And to be honest with you guys, if you're a huge fan of the VR space, I do think you have PlayStation to thank for the progression that VR has made. Sure, is some of the games not on PlayStation VR that has been widely successful with VR? Yes, but it has gave a lot of people an entry level to entering VR to really find out that they like this type of gameplay and this type of experience, and they go out and they get the Oculuses and the Valve, I believe that's what it's called. So I'm really appreciative on PlayStation for continuously back the VR space, because I do think with PlayStation PlayStation really pushing the PS5 and whatever the VR2 is going to be, it's going to push VR as a whole in general forward. Now let's be honest, would PlayStation and Sony have changed their way that they're doing these policies later on this year if they weren't getting such a backlash and such bad feedback to them shutting these stores down? I don't think so. Gamers, you have to always speak up. You can be respectful and still give criticism in a positive way that gets your point across. 9 times out of 10, if you're coming out there on Twitter and you're being a complete over-the-head fanboy cussing these people out, they're not going to even take you seriously anyway. They're just going to block. But if you come out there and you say, yo, I put a lot of money into this, I'm very upset, that's the kind of responses that they will look at. And it's not just your response, it's going to be the entire entity of Twitter, of Facebook, of everything together, that Sony's going to look at this and be like, yo, maybe we messed up. Maybe we need to go back. We need to fix this, because there's a lot of people that really enjoy these older systems, and we need to make sure that we keep them up to date and we do right by the customer. Another thing, you guys have Xbox to thank for this. Because of the backlash that they're getting, Microsoft was looking even better. And if there's anything that Sony hates more than upsetting the customer, it's making their competition look better. And they were doing that. Microsoft has been very open with that they're trying to reserve all games. It doesn't matter what generation you came on. And I feel like with this move, Sony knew that they had to turn this back, because not only is their fans being upset with this and the people that give them money every year, their competition was looking amazing because of the choice that they made when it comes to the PS3 and the PS Vita and the PSP to disable all the store functionality and everything really online with those in general. Now, obviously, it's like I said, the PSP is still gone, but we got to take it as a win. We got to take this as, sure, the PSP is gone. We got that Vita and that PS3 store still there. And I think, like I said, the majority of the PSP games work on the PS Vita anyway, so it's not really going to hurt anyone. But anyway, tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. Was this anything you guys cared about in the first place? I know a lot of people don't like to, you know, buy new consoles to play old games, but me particularly, I want to play anything that I buy. And the fact that they were going to shut down these servers and not even really care what their consumer thought, I didn't think that was right, and I'm glad that they changed their mind. But definitely put that in the comment section below. Is that something any of you guys are interested in whatsoever? Are you glad that they fixed it? I'm curious to hear your guys' thoughts. Until next time, this is Gaming Addict. I'm out of here. Peace.